It is cold. And when I say cold, it is cold. It's like 10 degrees above absolute zero. It actually is like, I think, I don't even know, 5 degrees with a feels like of 10 below. And it just so happens that today is a day I need to clean out some of the ashes from the wood boiler. The other thing I need to do is I finally picked myself up a battery powered grinder. My old grinder bit the dust, the cord, I don't know what happened to the cord, it got ripped up and was not working when I plugged it in to try to take out the front of this one IBC tote. So I'm going to take out the front of the IBC tote after I get the boiler, the ashes cleaned out. I've been burning a lot of hackberry. And I don't know how many of you have ever burned hackberry before, but the one thing I've discovered with hackberry is it seems to give off a lot of ash. So let's check this out here. We are at, can you see that? You might not be able to with the glare. We're at 157. So we are below our 160 set point where the blower kicks on. So we are, oh yeah. We've got some coals, but a lot of ash. So there is level with the front. So you can see how high that pile of ash is. So what I'll do is I'll knock some of these coals back, but it's just hard to try to save all of them. And I'm just gonna dig out all of the ash right up front here, and then we will reload it. So now the one thing when you clean out the ashes of an outdoor wood boiler, in my case anyway, I have all of this on the floor. Pine needles, sawdust, little pieces of wood. So when I'm scooping out ashes, I'm always watching to make sure no embers fall down and could possibly start some of that stuff on fire. I just grabbed myself a shovel full of snow and sprinkle that around. So if any embers fall out, they just land in the snow. And since my boiler is inside of a shed, putting some snow down on the floor kind of makes it feel like it's actually outside. So it's an outdoor wood boiler. All right, that little grinder didn't work too bad. I've got the cage cut open here now so I can access the rest of that wood in there easier. The boiler is loaded up with a bunch of chunks of, there's a couple oak pieces, some maple, and some ash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check back in later this afternoon and we're going to see how much that burns down during the day. Right now it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. So we'll check back in later and we'll see how long. Like I said, I don't know, being as cold as it is, I don't think that is going to last me until 8 o'clock tonight when I normally refill for the evening. So just in the amount of time that it took to grind that cage out, we are now up to 165 from 158. So let's see how the fire is burning. Oh yeah. Looking good. So there you go. Those are the chunks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 big chunks. We're going to see how long these last throughout the day here. All right, so we'll check back in later this afternoon and we'll see what those 8 big chunks, is that what I said, 8? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. We'll check back in this afternoon and see how those 8 big chunks are looking after 6 hours, 6, 8 hours. We'll see. All right, so we are back out here. It is now almost 12 hours later. I was looking out throughout the afternoon and I was watching the smokestack, as you can tell when the blower is on, when it's not on. And it was never on, so I knew that it was always in between cycles. But so now I've come out, the blower is on, and this is actually, it's gone a lot longer than I thought. So let's take a look. We are at 161. The water has gone up 1 degree, so that means it is still making heat. Well, let's just see how much of those 8 big chunks we put on this morning, how much of that wood is left. So there is actually 4, there's this big chunk, that chunk, those 4 big chunks left. So this would probably still bring the water temperature back up to 170 just fine. But since we're out here and it is past 8 o'clock now in the evening, I think I'm just gonna fill this thing up because it should now make it through till tomorrow morning on another reload. There is the reload. So a few more pieces than this morning, but some of those pieces are a little bit smaller. But I think that'll be good to get us through the night. So today it did get up to around 12 degrees. The feels like temperature was still around 0. So it was still a pretty cold day. This morning it was actually about 8:30, maybe 8:45-ish when I did fill up. And now it's a little bit after 8. So almost 12 hours on that first load this morning, and now this load here this evening. This should get us through till tomorrow morning, so not too bad to only have to fill up twice on a day like today when it's so cold out. So the WoodMaster 4400, getting it done, even in these cold temps. Only 2 fill-ups during the day, morning and night. Not bad. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool. We'll be right back.